We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing now is Lance. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And Lance going to throw. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go save pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And job one here, Charles. Just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200-plus?
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Ready. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow.
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Down. On the ball.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And got his man complete. Touchdown.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And this is going to be a Commanders first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw is on target to Burks. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now play fake. Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Opposite, green, hut.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are back within a score. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second and 3. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
He's got room at the 30, and he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
They'll run with ETN.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Travis Etienne.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
From the 27,
Lance. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here's Lance to throw it. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touch.
And Lance throws the interception, his 3rd.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns in 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, set.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go now.
Lance now on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. That's good for 28 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Lance now to throw.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lance again. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Lance. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Here we go.
Hands it off out of the gun. He's got it to the 43 here.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
It's hauled in by Shepard.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
Ready, ready.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Cowboys. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down and leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Lance now on 1st down.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That might get a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to a running back and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter.
Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 26 yards.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And Davis with it left side.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
ETN up the middle.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll get 34 yards there. Oh, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And a gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deebo Samuel with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Lance looking to throw it.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here we go.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. As third down conversion.
Ready, go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here's Lance.
And this is Shepard on the catch.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Lance. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Lance back to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a... And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Okay, ready?
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Well, either way, they were getting the ball back.
Yeah, and it was 4th down. Don't you have to try and take a shot anyway instead of trying to ground it? That didn't work at all.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Commanders, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a late season stumble as they're going to fall to 12-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. it.